YOLO. I mean, hello. It's Crazy Dirt Biker here, giving you your medicine for all you YouTube fiends. And I got something to show y'all. Alright. Of course, got a dip skiing. Always gotta have a dip skiing. Look at that. Woo, boy, is that sexy, huh? TMAXX 2.5 with some new parts. Oh my lord. Oh, wow. I've been waiting for this video for a long time, peoples. A long time. Finally got my last part in yesterday. I'll show you what I got on this cunt. First of all, I got the tuned pipe. Blue anodized. Pretty sick. Definitely gives it a little bit more of a sound. Sounds a little bit louder. I'm surprised because I even have this thing on, which usually quiets it a little bit, but this bitch is loud with that on there. Not really sure if I see any performance gains. I mean, maybe a little bit. It says mid to upper RPM performance. But I got the blue performance pipe. Also got RPM A-arms, shock towers, body mounts, into G shocks, which, I mean, I've never dealt with into G shocks before. I really wanted something that was gonna keep me from bottoming out because I don't jump, but when I do, I usually kind of bang the bottom of my skid plate up, and I was trying to prevent that, so I wanted a good shock. Heard good things, heard bad things about these, but mainly you just gotta oil them right or they won't work well. They seem to work okay for now. What's cool is they have these adjusters on there, so you could make the spring stiffer, softer as you want. I have the back all the way down, so it's stiff. The front, I have the two all the way screwed down, so the springs are stiff, but the back ones aren't in the front. To give the front a little, I always have my suspension a little stiffer in the back. I don't know why, that's just how I like it. So aside from the pipe, the shocks, the A-arms, the body mounts, also have RPM bulkheads. And from there, we're going to go underneath. I'm not sure what brand that is, dude. I bought it off of Amazon. I really don't know what brand this is. But aluminum chassis braces with an aluminum skid plate. It's pretty badass. I really like that aluminum that aluminum chassis braces. It looks badass with the holes all punched in it. What I'd like to know, somebody leave me a comment, please, and tell me if you're having this problem. Now, first of all, I'm going to say the screws that I had in this skid plate that went into my stock bulkheads do not fit into these bulkheads. I have them screwed in just barely at all. I mean, they're just kind of in there right now. They're not even tight. But the screws just slide in and out of those bulkheads, so I have to find screws that fit those bulkheads. Another issue that I'm having, though, is I can't align these two holes up here, and I think some of these ones down here, I was driving it the other day and all the screws fell out, because like I said, they're just barely in there. They don't fit in the bulkhead. But some of the screws line up on this side or on that side. I don't know. It might be because both of my skid plates are bent in. Like, you could see where my bumper is, and my skid plate's all the way back here from smashing it inwards. Like, and the same thing with the back, just from not really hitting shit, but just bottoming out. I mean, I fucking bang this and I bang that, and it gets pushed in, and the front got pushed in. So I don't know if that's why those holes aren't lining up, or because I watched a video on YouTube and the kid had the entire RPM skid plate installed and his holes still weren't lining up. I don't know if it's how tight I have this shit put together, and like, I'm sure every little screw, when I put everything together, I'm sure it, has to be perfect for that shit to line up. I don't know. But another thing I wanted to say is I don't take credit for any of these parts that I put on here. I couldn't fucking do it. That's for damn sure. I mean, I love the hobby. I love working on them. But to get down to them bulkheads and to do all that shit, I mean, I never tore that apart down that far. So I had my buddy do it. I give him all the respect and all the props for that. I didn't put any of this shit on besides the chassis braces and the skid plate. But yeah, I mean, it runs pretty good. I was running it all day yesterday pretty much. It runs good. I'm having a little issue with it over revving when I let the gas out. I'm pretty sure your RPMs should drop straight back down to idle as soon as you let the gas off, which mine doesn't do that. The idle the idle will drop, but it takes like 5 seconds after I let the gas off. It revs up. It stays revved up so high. I don't know what it is. It's something with the tuning, I'm sure. I tried fucking with it so many times. It's been like that forever. It runs good though, so I ain't gonna fuck with it anymore. So yeah, that's the TMAXX 2.5 Energy shocks. RPM A-arms, bulkhead, shock towers, body mounts, aluminum chassis braces, skid plate, exhaust. That's basically as far as I probably spent $400 in parts with everything I have on here, which is about as much as this truck costs brand new. I could have brought a brand new freaking truck for the amount of the parts that I bought, but that's about all I'm going to do to this truck. Probably by the end of this summer, I'll get the 3.3 slapped in here. I'll get rid of this 2.5 once it's shot. I probably ran at least 5 gallons through this. I don't know exactly. I never really kept track, which I definitely should. I recommend everybody keeping track of how much gas they run through their nitro engine, just so they have something to look back on, you know. Because I thought that my engine was shot, but it just turned out that it was so whacked out on the tuning, it was unreal. I don't know how it ended up happening. I thought my engine was shot. It wasn't switching into second gear. It was running weird. And I mean, I know quite a bit about tuning, but I couldn't figure it out. And the same kid that put on these parts helped me tune it yesterday, so thank you for that. But anyways, TMAXX 2.5, all these cool ass parts. Yeah, I love it, man. It's a good time. It looks badass too, with all that blue on there. Whoo, Jesus. I do think I want to get a high torque steering servo. But besides the high torque steering servo and the 3.3, once I get that 3.3 engine, I might have to upgrade my clutch or my transmission. I'm not sure what that 3.3 is, you know, if it's going to be too much for these gears or the transmission or the clutch, I don't know. But also, I did notice when we did take this apart, all of my axles are a little bit twisted, because I had this truck for about 2 years, so The axles are a little bit twisted up, so I'll probably get the steel axles or the metal axles whenever I get the 3.3, definitely, because that 3.3 will twist the hell out of them plastic axles. So, yeah. Parts truck. Man, look at that shine. Whew. Them blue parts look so nice. So, yeah. It's shitty as hell out right now. It's freaking the middle of winter, and it's raining. It's cold and it's wet. Not a good mix for a nitro truck. So there ain't gonna be no running today. So yeah, please somebody leave me a comment. Tell me if they're having a problem having their screws line up with their skid plate. What I could do to solve that. Maybe it's just my skid plate's bent up. Maybe it's just because the way I have the truck put together that all the screws aren't tightened the right way in the bulkhead or in the A-arms, and it's kind of not lining up here. I don't know why it ain't lining up. So that's about it for this. Crazy Dirt Biker here, giving you a piece of your medicine for all your YouTube fiends. That's about it. Mother truckers. TMAXX.